Hi, my name is Dr. Faria Bukhari, Dr. Fab. I'm from Pakistan Islam Positive League. I'm here to explain a few things about the current ongoing elections controversy. For some reason, the Western media has been generating negative propaganda about how the elections were orchestrated. They have a vested interest in it. They want a government, a dummy government, that can play along the Western hegemonic global leadership that is currently committing a genocide in Gaza. They want a leader who will comply and abide by their set of rules and ignore their ongoing manslaughter that is being committed in Gaza against the human rights. They want someone that they can dictate their policies to. And so they're making a lot of noise in their media houses in regards to the question mark proceedings of the elections in Pakistan. They're trying to tarnish the sanctity and the transparency of the elections on purpose because they want a government that will work for them and not for the people of Gaza. And they want an enslaved government. They want a US military base back in Pakistan that they lost in 2011. So before you listen to their propaganda, just make sure that you understand how important Pakistan is strategically, because it is right below China, it is right next to Iran, and it is very much next to Afghanistan. And all three are the favorite regions for the Western global leadership right now. So what happens in Pakistan has become a big deal for them because they want a robot that they can operate with a remote control sitting in Washington, D.C. Now, if you think Imran Khan is no such robot, guess what? Right now, they are actually pressing for Imran Khan the most. So the fact that the Western news outlet and most of the deep state owned Western hegemonic mainstream media houses are lobbying for so-called human rights of Imran Khan is in itself a proof that they want their dummy back in the government. So unlike the uproar that you hear from the cult followers of Imran Khan that he stood against the US and he's pro-Gaza, he never did anything for the people of Palestine. He did nothing. There was a lot of manslaughter done even during his time, and he did not do anything. All he did was words. Same thing with the rest of the selected economic terrorists who have come into the parliament, including Nawaz and Zardari. They have not been able to do anything during their 10 years for the people of Gaza and for the people of Palestine. So I think US and UK and European Union, they wanted one of them in a majority so that they could pull the strings of that one person according to their own likes. Because once they have a majority government that is led by one leader that is under their control, they will have a better outcome that will work very well for their interests, strategic interests, giving them a military base for US and NATO in Pakistan, against Afghanistan, against Iran, and against China. So right now, whatever news you're hearing in all these news outlets, and I saw a lot of senators in US and congressmen and women in US raise issues, trust me, they want an ally who's going to condone to their genocide in Gaza. And they're trying their best to get that ally. And so just watch for who they're lobbying for, because the person they're lobbying for is the one who will never send anybody to save the people of Gaza right now. And that person is mostly Imran Khan, second is Zardari, third is Nawaz Sharif. All three, they want either one of them to come in majority and take dictations from them and convert Pakistan into their colony again. So read between the lines and look at the fine prints. Pakistanis are way better off without the freedom and democracy promises that the Western global leadership is trying to give them. We have seen what these Western leaders did to Iraq. We have seen what they did to Syria. We have seen what they did to Libya. And Pakistanis are really very well without the so-called promise of freedom and democracy that the Western leaders are trying to shove down their throat. Pakistanis are better off your promises and your fake lies and your crocodile tears. We are doing very well in Pakistan right now. The elections went smoothly. There was not a single blast on the day of the election. It was a peaceful process. It was well orchestrated. And there is a concern for a lot of the cult followers of Imran Khan using fake IDs, using Afghan IDs to inflate their mandate, allegedly, and say a victim uproar that their vote has been rigged, when in reality, they are the ones who are rigging the entire electoral process just to get their leader elected. And then one last point before I take off. If you are in the United States or in Canada or in Australia or in European Union or in UK, I challenge you that why don't you go to the Pentagon, or why don't you go to the NATO headquarters, or why don't you go to the MI6 headquarters? Why don't you just go there and do a violent, volatile protest where you are, where you have weapons that you're holding and you are trying to enter the building and you're hitting the police officers that are trying to keep you from entering the building with weapons in your hands. Try to do that. Try to attack the Pentagon. Try to attack the MI6 headquarters in UK, and then try to attack the NATO headquarters in European Union and see how they deal with you as a result of it. They will arrest you and they will call you a terrorist and they will tell you that you're going to be imprisoned for a lifetime and you can never participate in the politics of US, UK, or European Union. But to expect Pakistan to change its constitution because US, UK, and European Union like an anarchist in place so that they can destabilize Pakistan, so that they can have a better control in Pakistan, so that they can carve their way to eventually amputate Pakistan. I mean, seriously, why do you think the Pakistanis are so stupid that they would do that? If your constitution in United States, in UK, in European Union does not allow an anarchist who has attacked Pentagon or NATO headquarters or MI6 headquarters to participate in the political process of the country and even walk around freely, or even have his cult members try to participate in the politics of your countries. If your constitution will not allow that, this kind of anarchy, this kind of a cult anarchist party to take over your Oval Office or your UK Parliament or your European Union Parliament, why would you expect Pakistan to violate its constitution and allow an anarchist like Imran Khan, who has literally attacked the GHQ of Pakistan, to participate in the political process of Pakistan, to be liberated so that he can spread more anarchy, and to even allow his cult followers and members of his political party to participate in the electoral process so that they can eventually take complete control of the Parliament of Pakistan. Why do you think we should do that? If something is unlawful and illegal and unconstitutional in US, Canada, Australia, UK, European Union, why should that be constitutional, legal, and okay in Pakistan? We are humans too. We have rights. We have the right, the democratic right, to abide by the Constitution of Pakistan, which calls for strict penalty against political activists who are trying to spread anarchy, who are trying to attack the GHQ of Pakistan, who are trying to create chaos, who are trying to use militancy, who are trying to desecrate the sensitive installations of Pakistan and the sacred monuments of the Matais. So there's strict laws in Pakistan, just like any other country, which means most likely it's going to be imprisonment for life and complete ban from politics of Pakistan. And it's the same in anywhere else in the world. If Imran Khan tried to do this in US or UK or European Union, he would have been treated even harshly than he has been treated in Pakistan. Guess what? He's getting first-class facilities in the jail of Pakistan. He's not being treated like the other prisoners of Pakistan. He's been given a VIP protocol, which he's been demanding since day one. And like his popular chants that he would never have VIP protocol no matter where he is, but he is getting the VIP protocol as per his demands, as per his tantrums. But for us to be expected to let him out and let him spread anarchy and to accept his hooligans and his terrorists and his militants from occupying our parliament, sorry, that's not happening. That's not happening. We are not going to allow that, because if you cannot allow that in US or in European Union or in UK, Pakistanis cannot allow that in Pakistan. And for all the overseas followers, cult followers of Imran Khan who live in US and EU or UK, I have just one request. If you love Imran Khan so much, why don't you just try to do what he did to GHQ, to the Pentagon, to the NATO headquarters, to the MI6 headquarters, and see what happens. See how your so-called Western, liberal, humanitarian democracies treat you. Give it a shot. It's my open challenge. Go ahead and do that. Try to attack them with weapons and try to enter their campuses with weapons and chant your so-called rebellious that you're going to burn the entire country and you're going to burn everything down, and see what happens to you. And see if US, EU, if UK allows you to run for the parliament after you do all of that. And see if whatever you're demanding from the government of Pakistan, see how the US government, the UK government, the European Union government treat you after that. Don't expect Pakistan to do anything different from what you're going to face if you try to spread anarchy and adopt militancy in front of the Pentagon, in front of the NATO headquarters, in front of the MI6 headquarters. Pakistan is a sovereign country. Pakistan has a constitution. It is not a banana republic where you can allow anarchists to just run around rogue. It has the democratic right to preserve its sovereignty and to fight against any rogue factions who are working against the interests, against the national interests of 250 million Pakistanis. So it is our right. It is a democratic right. It is the will of the people that such anarchists should be treated this way, and they should not be allowed to participate in the political process of the country. And we have the right to demand for a leader or a leadership or a government that is honest, that is not an economic terrorist, and that is not a terrorist or a militant, that is not gonna instigate anarchy and have its members, called followers, force them to attack GHQ or Pakistan's Air Force base or the sacred monuments of the martyrs. We have that right. It is our inherent right. It is our democratic right. It is our constitutional right. And I request the authorities of Pakistan to make sure that the constitution is not violated, that we give strict penalty to every person who tried to commit treason and tried to instigate anarchy on 9th May against the Constitution of Pakistan, so that nobody ever thinks about doing it again. Because if we allow the West to glorify anarchy and attacks on GHQ as heroism or a guarantee for political success, then everybody will be attacking the GHQ every day in order to get successful politically in Pakistan. We have to make sure it does not become the new norm. We have to make sure it does not become the new trend. We have to follow our constitution. In our constitution, we do have the clause that allows us to give such anarchists strict penalty, strict punishment, and ban them forever from the political process of Pakistan. If Imran Khan did something like this in China, Iran, Saudi Arabia, or even Russia, he would have been hanged to death. But in Pakistan, he's still living. He's enjoying first-class facilities in the jail, and he's trying to instigate another anarchy right now, as I say these words, sitting in jail. He's trying to carve a pathway for the foreign agencies to amputate KPK right now. And we Pakistanis know what he's up to. We Pakistanis know what his masters, foreign masters, are up to. And we're going to make sure that he's not successful. Bye-bye.